Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that hits close to home for a lot of people: financial mistakes that can keep you stuck in a cycle of struggle. Let's be real, managing money can feel like navigating a minefield sometimes. There's so many traps and pitfalls that can easily derail your financial progress. But here's the good news, you don't have to fall victim to these common mistakes. In this video, I'm breaking down 7 major financial blunders that often lead to financial hardship. And more importantly, I'm giving you actionable tips on how to avoid them entirely. So buckle up, grab a notebook, and let's get your finances on the right track. Okay, let's be real for a second. How many of you are living paycheck to paycheck, constantly feeling like you're one unexpected expense away from disaster? It's a stressful way to live, and it all boils down to one major mistake: living beyond your means. You see those influencers on Instagram flaunting their lavish lifestyles? Don't fall for the trap. It's easy to get caught up in the comparison game and feel pressured to keep up with the Joneses. But trust me, it's a recipe for financial disaster. The truth is, most people who look wealthy are actually drowning in debt. They're financing their fancy cars and designer clothes with credit cards, digging themselves deeper and deeper into a hole. The key to breaking free from this cycle is simple, but not always easy. Spend less than you earn. I know it sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people struggle with this basic principle. The first step is to create a budget. I know the dreaded B word, but trust me, it's not as scary as it sounds. In fact, it's incredibly empowering to take control of your finances and know exactly where your money is going. There are tons of budgeting apps out there that can make this process super easy. Or, if you're old school like me, you can use a simple spreadsheet. Whatever method you choose, the key is to track your income and expenses religiously. Once you have a clear picture of your cash flow, you can start identifying areas where you can cut back. Trust me, there are always areas where you can trim the fat. Maybe it's eating out less, canceling those subscriptions you never use, or finding cheaper alternatives for your everyday expenses. Every little bit counts. Imagine this: your car breaks down, you lose your job, or you have an unexpected medical bill. These are all scenarios that can happen to anyone. And without an emergency fund, you're setting yourself up for a world of financial pain. An emergency fund is like a financial safety net, providing you with a cushion to absorb life's inevitable curveballs without having to resort to high-interest debt. It's the financial equivalent of wearing a helmet when you ride a bike. You hope you never need it, but you're sure glad you have it when you do. The golden rule is to have at least 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved up in a readily accessible account. Now, I know that might seem like a daunting amount, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck. But here's the thing: you don't have to build it overnight. Start small, even if it's just $50 or $100 a month. The key is to make it a habit, just like paying your rent or your phone bill. Think of it as paying your future self. By consistently putting aside a little bit each month, you're building a financial fortress that will protect you from life's unexpected storms. And trust me, when that unexpected expense does pop up, you'll be thanking your past self for having the foresight to prepare. All right, let's talk about investing. I know it can seem intimidating, especially if you're not a financial expert. But here's the deal: you don't need to be Warren Buffett to start investing and growing your wealth. In fact, the biggest mistake you can make is not investing at all. Why? Because of a little thing called inflation. Inflation is like a sneaky thief that slowly eats away at the value of your money over time. If your money isn't growing at a rate that outpaces inflation, you're actually losing purchasing power. It's like leaving your money on the sidewalk. It's not going to magically multiply on its own. Investing is how you put your money to work for you. It's about putting your money into assets that have the potential to grow in value over time, like stocks, bonds, or real estate. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Investing is risky, and you're right, there's always some level of risk involved. But here's the thing, not investing is even riskier. The stock market has historically returned an average of 10% per year. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get those returns every year, but over the long term, history has shown that investing in the market is one of the best ways to grow your wealth. There are tons of resources available to help you get started with investing, from robo-advisors to online brokerage accounts. Don't let fear or lack of knowledge hold you back from building a brighter financial future. Let's talk about debt, specifically the kind of debt that can keep you trapped in a never-ending cycle of financial stress, high-interest debt. I'm talking about credit cards, payday loans, and other forms of debt that come with interest rates that can make your head spin. High-interest debt is like a financial anchor, weighing you down and preventing you from reaching your financial goals. The longer you carry a balance on these types of accounts, the more you're essentially throwing money away on interest payments. Think of it this way. Every dollar you're paying in interest is a dollar that you could be using to invest, save for a down payment on a house, or simply enjoy life's experiences. The good news is, you can escape the high-interest debt trap. The first step is to stop digging. That means cutting up your credit cards and committing to living within your means. Next, create a debt repayment plan. There are a couple of popular methods, like the snowball method and the avalanche method. The snowball method focuses on paying off your smallest debts first to gain momentum, while the avalanche method prioritizes debts with the highest interest rates. Whichever method you choose, the key is to be consistent and stay disciplined. Make more than the minimum payments whenever possible, and celebrate your progress along the way. Remember, getting out of debt is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time, effort, and dedication, but it's one of the best financial decisions you can ever make. Let's be real, personal finance isn't exactly a topic they teach in school. Most of us are thrown into the real world with little to no financial education, left to figure things out on our own. But here's the thing. Financial literacy is just as important as any other form of education. It's about understanding how money works, how to manage your finances effectively, and how to make informed financial decisions. The good news is, in the age of the internet, there are endless resources available to help you become financially savvy. From blogs and podcasts to books and online courses, you can find a wealth of information at your fingertips. Don't be afraid to ask questions, seek out financial mentors, or attend workshops. The more you learn about personal finance, the more empowered you'll feel to take control of your money and build a secure financial future. Retirement might seem like a lifetime away, but here's the thing. The earlier you start planning and saving, the better off you'll be. Procrastination is one of the biggest enemies of a comfortable retirement. Time is your greatest asset when it comes to investing, thanks to the power of compound interest. Compound interest is like magic. It's the concept of earning interest on your interest, which means your money grows exponentially over time. The longer your money has to compound, the more significant your returns will be. Start by contributing to your employer-sponsored retirement plan, especially if they offer a matching contribution. It's like getting free money. If your employer doesn't offer a retirement plan, or you want to save even more, consider opening an individual retirement account, or IRA. There are different types of IRAs, each with its own set of rules and benefits. The key is to start now, even if it's just a small amount. Let's talk about impulse spending, those little purchases that seem harmless at the moment but can wreak havoc on your finances over time. We've all been there. You're scrolling through social media, and suddenly you're hit with an ad for something you didn't even know you needed. Or maybe you're at the checkout line and you're tempted by those strategically placed impulse buys. Before you whip out your credit card, ask yourself, do I really need this or do I just want it? There's a big difference. Needs are essential for your survival, while wants are things that would be nice to have but aren't necessary. One effective strategy to combat impulse spending is to implement a cooling-off period. If you're considering a non-essential purchase, give yourself 24 hours or even a week to think it over. Another helpful tip is to unsubscribe from tempting email lists and unfollow social media accounts that fuel your desire to spend. Remember, every dollar you save by resisting impulse purchases is a dollar you can put towards your financial goals. So there you have it, 7 common financial mistakes that could be holding you back from achieving your financial goals. The good news is, now that you're aware of these pitfalls, you can start making smarter choices with your money. Remember, financial success is a journey, not a destination. It's about making conscious decisions, developing healthy financial habits, and staying committed to your goals. What are some financial mistakes you've made in the past, and how have you learned from them? Share your experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more financial tips and advice. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.